I am happy. What's going on, Smitties? It is Patrick here, and I just did some intense yoga. I do yoga, fairly often. I mean, not like every day or anything. Well, not normally every day, but I do like to get the opportunity to do it sometime. And I just had a great little session, and I feel wonderful. And it just, it's nice to feel wonderful. And that's a pretty obvious statement, but at the same time it's like I don't even know. I mean, it's just nice to feel nice, and it's nice doing things that make you feel nice. And people, they drink and they do drugs and they do all these things to make themselves feel better, and it's like that's one way, that's one way of doing it. And maybe it's not the best way, but it does it. And at the same time, I think, like, man, yoga is just the best thing ever. And it's a amazing experience. And, like, God, I don't know, this is just so spontaneous. I just finished this yoga session, and it's just like, I gotta make a commentary. I don't know why, but yoga, I mean, it is like the best thing you could possibly do for yourself. It is amazing. I mean, like, it makes you live longer, and like that's probably the most important thing in your life. Is like, you only have one life, and the question is like, are you gonna drink and do all this stuff every single weekend and have a good time, but at the end you're not going to live as long a life. And now I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with drinking and doing all that stuff, because I mean, everybody does it, and moderation, whatever. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say everybody does it, but it's a thing that people tend to do in society. And just like looking at people when my mind is just so clear right now, like everything, it just feels so like obvious. Like life, it's just just do what makes you happy. Because like there's so many people that I see at school, and they tweet and they go on about stuff like, oh my God, just like insignificant things that they're letting ruin themselves. And it, like, I feel bad for these people, because you're not having a good time on earth, and like that's what you should be doing. What's the point of being happy? You just gotta say, what, it's not worth fussing over whatever this is that's bugging me, and just not worry about it. And I mean, that's where yoga comes into the whole deal, because a lot of people say like, oh, yoga's silly, it's weird, you do all this crazy stuff, and it's like, yeah, but it's 5,000 years old. And I mean, something that's 5,000 years old is obviously something that has some credibility attached to it. Like, you have these, I don't know, these exercises that have been like, I don't know, like the 10-minute trainer, or just some example like that. And it's like, like that's been around for 2 years, and you give more credibility to that than yoga. You think yoga's weird, but you shouldn't. I know, I am so but you know what I mean? Like, think about it this way. Like, if something has been around for 5,000 years, like, it's been written down and people continues to do it, I don't think they do it because it doesn't work. It obviously, like I said, has some credibility to it. And just, I'm saying here, like, you should open up the mind and try it, because I tried it. I opened up my mind, and it's incredible. I love it. It's awesome. All right, it might be a little biased, because about an hour ago I hated it because I was dying and my legs were on fire, but that's part of it, and you learn to suck that up and get through that. And then you go into your relaxation period. You wake up, well, not wake up, but you get up from it, and it's an amazing feeling. It is the like greatest thing, I've ever, I shouldn't say ever experienced, but it's so natural, and it feels like this is how I should be all the time. My head is so clear, and it's like, oh my God, like I can think straight. I don't have to worry about stuff. Like, you know what, right now my mic is buzzing in my ear, and I'm just like, why worry about that? Why don't I just turn my mic down so I don't have to hear myself, but at the same time I don't have to hear that buzzing, because that's something that's bothering me right now. And I mean, that's like such such a minute scale, but it's like those things that maybe it's a bigger thing. Like I don't know. Let's take for example, you have some sort of, like, let's say you're fat, and you're like, okay, well, I'm fat and this is bothering me and I'm getting all these problems, and I'm like really unhealthy. Well, you can choose and say, you know what, like, why don't I just turn down the volume? Why don't I start working out? Why don't I make myself better? And it's not that easy, unfortunately, because it's a lot of work, and it's hard. I mean, exercise is hard. Exercise hurts a lot, it's straight up, it hurts. But would you rather die when you're 50 and feel crappy, or would you rather live to you're 90 and you feel great all the time? You feel energized, you don't mind waking up in the morning at 7 o'clock, and that's what it would be like if you did yoga every day, I'm sure, because I do it probably like an intense yoga maybe once a week or so, and it just helps to calm me down, get back to your principles, and just live life happily, because like I said, that is the most important thing, and you just got to do it. And here's another, key point yoga focuses on: living in the present. So, I think this one is, I mean, I overlook it a lot, and I don't always, believe in it, but you got to live in the present. So with yoga, they focus on, when you're doing this posture, it hurts. Focus on the present. Don't focus on when you're about to, like, when you're gonna finish. Don't think like, oh, I can't wait for an hour till I'm done. And I mean, that's hard to do, because I was doing this and it's like, man, this really hurts. I can't wait till I can lay down and just relax. But if you can get yourself to do that, you are just, so much better at life. You can concentrate on what you need to concentrate on. And I said, it's really hard to do. Like, I can't do it. I mean, I'm at school, and you're in math class, whatever. It's hard to pay attention. I'm like, all right, well, I don't need to pay attention to this, and I'll find myself not even realizing it, but I'm just dozing off. It's a hard thing to do. But like everything else in life, you practice at it, you will get better. So, it applies to life. It's such a valuable lesson that I think everybody should try to do. You're, say, playing a football game.